It's nice, nice and cool. It's cool out here, you know? Like the Arctic.
How do you feel about bouncing back? You had a tough time last year. What have you done in the off-season to sort of dedicate yourself to doing? Excuse me.
Yeah, just really work on my body. Take care of my body, doing extra stretching, extra recovery, different modalities and things like that. But just grateful to be back. Grateful to be back playing and been out with the guys. And it sucks whenever you have a season in the injury. For anybody, it's always tough. But just stay mentally strong, and that mentality carried over this year. And looking to hit the field, ready to hit the field running.
When you see the production that D-line had, the defense has had, how do you see yourself fitting into it now? These guys having a lot of experience under their belts.
Yeah, just being a part of it. Just being a part of it. Just hopping right on the train with them, and it's not like I never was on them with it. So just picking back where we left off, honestly, and putting in the work day by day.
What do you think of the depth that you've got on the edge? It looks like you can roll kind of 3 lines of guys along that edge that can make plays for you.
Yeah, without a doubt. We get late into the season. You need everybody. Every game you need everyone, but obviously, later in the season, definitely. You don't want no drop off, on defense, just same as offense. And it's always great to have guys who are legit starters in their own right. I think our 1s through 3s can be legitimate starters across the league, and it's always special. It's always great to see.
You got the one-on-ones today. Just how much that whole kind of iron sharpens iron mentality when you got to go up against Penei and Deck each and every day. Just how much better does that make you?
Yeah, win or lose, you're going back to that film. You're going back to that film. You're looking at the film and seeing what you work on, see what you did right, see what you did wrong, and obviously talking to them guys. They're always good to offer advice, as to what we can do to get better on defense. So it's always good, like you said, to have that, 2 sides of iron that's sharpening each other.
Hey, you've been here for around 3 years with Penei. How much have you seen him grow from what you've seen?
Yeah, that guy, man. He's a rock star. Like, he really is. He just loves the game of football. He really does. And man, his leadership is amazing. Consistency every single day. Yeah, man. He is who he is, right? Like, you guys see the production. It's not just that. He's just also just a great all-around individual, and it shows up in the locker room.
Charles, go ahead.
In that same vein, how have you seen the battles between the defensive line and offensive line as a whole? Did we get better for the defensive line over these last couple of years?
You said the battle has gotten better? Yeah, no, it definitely has. Yeah, we always hit them in the gut. They hit us in the mouth. We bite a kneecap. They take a foot, It's always like that. It's always good, right? It's always giving a competition on both sides of the ball. And, across the board, all 5 position on offense is amazing. We stacked over there. We stacked on defense. So it's going to be it's going to be a great camp, great preseason, great season all around.
Charles, when you signed here, was it 3 years ago? You felt like you were in a prove-it situation, had a big season. You feel like you're in a similar situation for different reasons this year because of the injuries?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, definitely with the injury. Yeah, without a doubt. And just showing that there's no kink in the tire. Showing I can still roll, and I'm still loving the game. I love it so much, and I want to give everything I got.
Seems like you've been playing that Sam linebacker role a little bit more this training camp. Is that a role that you think plays to your strengths?
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. We like to say on defense, we're very versatile. So we got a lot of different weapons and different little adjustments and stuff like that on defense, and we can't wait to get it rolling this year.
Is dropping into coverage something that you've done a lot in the past?
Yeah, definitely. Coming from even a college system where you had 3-4 hybrid defense, it's nothing new to me. So.
How do you feel about the Lions making a playoff run right from the beginning, right from the very first game, not getting down 1-6 or whatever, but right from the beginning, going after it?
Yeah, what's the question?
I forgot. No.
I heard a statement.
What do you feel about the Lions making a playoff run right from the beginning?
Oh yeah, like last year, right from the. Yeah, it's a one-to-buy game. Even the first game doesn't mean you want the playoff. You just take one game at a time. Even right now, like Coach Dan said, we got to work. Right now we're the quote-unquote favorite for whatever reason, and that doesn't matter. Favorite doesn't go to those that's just claim they got it or anything like that, or others say who have it. It's those who earn it. So that's what we're looking to do every day.
What kind of changes have you noticed with John Scott taking over DL and Shep taking over the pass rush? Like, how has that kind of tweaked or moved around a bit?
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. They kind of spread the cake. They really do. And I think it's better for them as coaches because they can really focus and zone in on one position. And it's great for us, too. We're not hearing, not that we ever have, but we're hearing, one coaching style from one coach. And it's across the board. It's the same thing across the board. And, even Coach Shep, he coached some of us D linemen. Coach Scott sometimes coached some of the linebackers. So across the board, it's the same preaching from AG on down. And it's a great system, a great staff.
James Houston's another guy playing that Sam role. What have you seen from him in that year 1 to year 2 jump?
Yeah. I mean, the guy IQ is amazing. Like, he really is. And his football knowledge, his football knowledge is amazing. And from year one to year two, I think he's really immersed himself into the game, into the defense. It's always good, and I kind of told him before, like, it's always good when you're part of the same system again, because you get more familiarity with it. And when you're in different systems with different coaches, it can get kind of confusing. But with him, I mean, I'm looking for him to have even better season than he did last year, like, honestly. And show his versatility. He can grab in the coverage, he can rush, he can do a lot of things.
Are you kind of treating him as like a mentor project for you?
Projects, all these young guys, my mentor projects, But yeah, I mean, I just look to lead in every way I can. That's on the field, off the field, whichever way I can. Whatever I can do to help them, I'm always there for them. They know that, and it's always an open line of communication between me and them guys. So always, I'm always looking. I'm always proud of them. They always look at me and look up to me, and the same, vice versa. So it's always great.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We talked to Dan this morning. You came up and he said, "And he looks like a man on a mission going into his third training camp." What do you think he means by that?
I mean, I think it's exactly what he said, to be honest. I set high goals for me, and I have high expectations for myself. And he knows that, the team knows that, and I just strive to work at that each and every day. Everyone knows that everyday battles are coming out here, putting the pads on, putting the helmet on, but you got to put that behind you because there's a bigger purpose in myself, and which is the team. So.
Last year you talked about the heartbreak of coming just short of the playoffs. Is that something that's motivating you as you begin camp?
I mean, I think everybody knows the expectations this year. You see it, you feel it, so I don't even got to say it. Just leave it at that, but we're going to put in the work day in and day out.
What's one thing maybe you saw through the self-evaluation process after last year, after your first 2 years, something that you were like, that's maybe something I want to really get better at, do better at, be dominant at?
Yeah. To be honest, it's just consistently work at my technique. That's it. Everyone knows the great ones in this league do it at every play, every day, and every Sunday. So just to be one of those, I got to come into work with the purpose to lock into those techniques.
Do you like playing under the expectations? Maybe not so much the underdog as you guys were the first few years. Now there's some pretty heavy expectations.
I mean, when we talk about expectations and pressure, I feel like pressure is kind of from interior. So if you put a lot on yourself, if you kind of feed yourself into that mindset, you're going to kind of get overwhelmed, right? But if you come out here each and every day like it's the same game I played since I was 2 years old, or same game since I was on the island, just the same passion. So all that, it is what it is, but I'm going to come out here because I love to do it.
How is that contagious throughout the whole team? Like, so many guys talk about this really being a selfless team and a family and something unlike most teams are. How does that play into that passion?
All plays into a lot because once you have a group of guys that are kind of same-minded, same goals, and kind of like put their self out of the picture just because the team needs you, and everybody's asked of different things. Everyone plays a different role. So once we all come together, and shout out to Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes for bringing these type of guys in, because it just makes it that much easier.
Your star is rising pretty quickly in this league. At what point did you feel like you arrived, be a difference maker? Do you have a moment when you realized you would be a star in this league?
Not really. The moment I got that call to come into this building, I just knew that I gotta bring myself into this building knowing that I'm something different and believing that God blessed me with different gifts than anybody else. So
there were no training wheels for you? Do you feel like you could ride the bike?
No, there was definitely training wheels, bro. Without a doubt. You try to catch me right there. I like it. Keep me on my toes. But for the most part, when it comes to like team aspect, I feel like I just fit in with the group of guys here. But yeah, there were some training wheels with the technique-wise and the everyday consistency.
Speaking of keeping you on your toes, it looks like you got some pretty good depth at the edge spot. And obviously, every day you see Charles, you see Aiden, but you have a group of guys there that I think they're building. Just what have you seen from the defensive line, an area where just right now you want to get a little bit better this offseason?
One thing that I notice about every edge is they let it compete. They coming out each and every day with a purpose, and I like that because it's going to get me better. And shout out to Hutch for getting right in the offseason. He's a lot more stronger, I'll tell you that. Charles. Charles is Charles. Everybody knows Charles. So just coming out each and every day, I feel blessed for those boys to be who they are.
Tristan Wirfs was kind of used y'all pro for tackle over the last couple of years. A lot of people consider him the best. That's wide open on the left side. What do you have to do, do you think, this year to sort of walk away and consider across the way you guys are the best guy at that position?
I mean, I just got to focus on myself at the end of the day. You guys decide all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just me and the man in the mirror.
I know you mentioned Aiden's a lot stronger. What else about him did you notice today? First time you guys had pads on that you were going one-on-one. What was he doing a little different?
Well, besides him being stronger, he's a lot more comfortable. You just see it. He's coming at a different speed. He knows the speed of the game. He knows what he's doing. He's got the playbook under his belt now. So just more comfortable overall.
I just think I walked up and they were asking about Dan's comments earlier just about you being that performance level. What does that mean to you? How important is that to you? They can sort of put this rebuild that you're pinpointed to sort of when you came around the first piece of the league.
I mean, I feel blessed at the end of the day to be, I guess, have that title. It's very few people have it. So I just, every day, I'm going to cherish it. I'm not going to take anything for granted. Just work. At the end of the day, Campbell says that, Campbell preaches that. So I just got to show the guys, be the example for the guys.
I feel like kind of what this thing is about, right? Young, talented, like tough, like sort of all the characteristics they want.
I mean, whatever you hear Coach Campbell say about what we are as a team, that's exactly it. And I'm out here trying to put that to display and put that as an example for the boys.
But you're in a pretty veteran offensive line room. Do you still feel like maybe you're growing as a leader, even though you might be the young buck still?
Yeah, without a doubt, I'm growing. I got a great group of guys, so each and every day I'm learning something new. I'm still leaning on deck, you know what I mean, because he's a great veteran. So I lean on him with things like little as technique, hands, feet, pass pro, run block, and then like Jonah, running off the ball. So everyone's has different specialties, and I try to tap into each and every one of them and ask them questions. So
Jared came in here having already accomplished a ton, but how much have you seen him even grow in his role with this organization in the last couple of years, especially entering into the year?
Oh man, we all see it. Jared's, from when I stepped into the building to last year, he's grown tremendously. I just think it goes to Ben Johnson, getting him comfortable with the playbook, and also just having that second year under his belt with that little swagger to himself. So you see Jared grow, and that's who he is.
I know it's still early, but if there was one part of the offense that you think might make the biggest jump this next season, where do you think that could be?
That's a good question. It's a little early right now, but hopefully all of it. Run, pass, screen, play action, all of it. So it's a little early. I'll give you an answer later on.
What's your goal for this year?
I want it all, man. Nothing less. That's it. That's simple as that. I don't want to give you guys specifics because that's between me and the man in the mirror. So I want it all. Individually, team-wise, family-wise, anything. So I want it all.
How was your offseason getting to spend time with your newborn finally? Kind of circling?
Man, it was crazy. I never felt like that before this offseason. I felt like it was something different. I actually woke up happy, like energetic for the first time. So it's different. I love it. I just saw him leave, which makes me sad. But, yeah, it's awesome. Appreciate it.